why they may want to sit him.
I need to see compete.
But I don't know how he's going to compete.
What did you think you were going to get from him? What did you think you were going to get from him? That's the type of player he is. He just has offense. That's it.
Yeah, he's streaky.
All right. So who are we getting Silfverberg to? There's a couple teams that want him.
I would try to trade with, let's see, a good winger.
Nylander.
Oh my.
You might be able to pull that off. Honestly, in NHL, you might be able to
No way, no way, no way. What are we looking to get in return for him? That's the question.
I want a sniper. I want someone who's going to be able to just bury the puck and Getzlaf sets him up.
Yeah, are we looking...
That's always been trying to do, is trying to find that guy who can play the wing with it. I mean, they got Raquel there. I think if you throw in somebody else who also has a finishing touch.
Are we looking prospects, or are we looking hockey?
I mean,
trade?
a real good rule of thumb in hockey, and even in this game, is you can't get what you want for what you want to get rid of. You know what I mean? So you have to get rid of good players to get good players, essentially, or maybe to get picks. Do you guys feel like they should go to full rebuild mode, or you think that they should try to retool and be competitive this season, or maybe even next season? Because that's all. I mean, that depends on how far you want to break this all down. Like, I would be okay with moving Silfverberg and a defenseman to get back a solid winger, because I feel like the Ducks have another defenseman they can bring up and be able to utilize them on a bottom pairing and promote somebody in the short term.
Yeah, it all depends on who wants him. There's a couple teams. I mean, there's a fair amount of teams on here who want him. Rule of thumb, probably not going to move him within division, right?
Yeah. I'd always look at like the normal trade partners we have. I mean, Dallas is one, but Toronto would be another one that we always seem to be trading with a lot. Even Pittsburgh.
Is that? Did I hear Mario?
Yeah, on your end, somebody's playing Zelda.
Oh.
Hello.
I gotta go, actually.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, Jay's got to roll.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. All right, let's figure this out.
Glad I could help.
This is
See you, dude.
quality content. All right, so teams interested in Silfverberg right now: Boston, Buffalo, Carolina, Chicago, Columbus, Detroit, somehow, LA, Minnesota, Montreal, Nashville, New York, Ottawa, San Jose, Toronto, Vancouver, Vegas, Washington, and Winnipeg. So a fair amount of guys.
Everybody.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. We can go through and kind of see. I don't know if you can see it on your end on the stream, but it might be a little bit delayed. But we can kind of see what everybody has. So we're not looking for picks, right? We're looking to bring in somebody.
Yeah, that's what Jay said. I kind of agree with that. You can't just. I mean, you got to have a viable NHLer come back in some sort of return. If you're going to do a bigger deal and include other players, then you can kind of bring the idea of a good player and maybe a prospect or a pick.
True. All right. All right.
So you want to go get Nick Suzuki?
What, from Montreal?
Yeah.
Boy, that's. I feel like you're overvaluing Jakob Silfverberg first. Nobody in the chat. Nobody in the chat yet with any suggestions, but we'll he's in Montreal, right? Nick Suzuki? Yeah, there he is. Oh, yeah, no. Trade value on Nick Suzuki is about 4 times the amount that Jakob Silfverberg has. That's not happening. Steve wants us to go get Dougie Hamilton from Carolina. I feel like that's going to be the same thing in trade value. Let's go.
That's
see.
a tough ask because he's extremely good.
Yeah, his trade value is about double, maybe a little bit more than double of Silfverberg. We'd probably have to add something to it, and then at that point, what you want? Like we could do Silfverberg and Manson, and maybe try and get Dougie Hamilton, but I feel like that's something that probably wouldn't get pulled off. Like we got.
What are we doing? But what problem are we solving by bringing Dougie Hamilton in? That's the question.
Nothing really. So then, what are we trying? Are we trying to get picks? Or are we trying to get prospects for Silfverberg? That's the That's the
my
question.
vote is to get younger and faster. So I want to go prospects. I want to go younger players.
All right. Well, we'll go through a couple teams here, and we'll see up front or on the back end, or it doesn't matter.
I would say it doesn't matter. We'll take the best available, right?
All right. Let's see. We'll go a couple teams by teams here. So up first with Boston, nothing really. Danton Heinen, and 23-year-old, goes down a little bit from there. Jack Stanika, Zachary Senshin. It's gonna be tough going team to team.
Well, let's go to Winnipeg.
Silverberg's not worth as much as I thought he would be. But I feel like that's what everybody's gonna find out when he actually gets traded too. Can you see these guys or no? Like, can you see the?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see what we're on with Winnipeg right now.
Yeah, I mean,
they're looking to trade Nick Patan. Those are his numbers, I think, with AHL. Yeah, so his numbers in the AHL this year: 29 points, 36 games. Decently fast. He's at 87. That's slow. 23, though. Not exactly super young, but he can get into the lineup in a couple of years. Jack Roslovich. He projects as a top 9 forward. All right, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's go look at what teams that are interested in him that need scoring help, and then we can narrow it down a bit.
Let's see.
If only I could have got us on the the 8-game losing streak or the 11-game losing streak.
I still like all the Randy heads in the cup, by the way.
All right, so Florida is one we're gonna look at here. They're dead last in the league in goals for, but they have a 26-14-4 record. Florida, Carolina, not trading him in division to LA. All right, let's go Florida, Carolina, St. Louis, and Columbus or Philadelphia. So Florida, Carolina, St.
Philly.
Louis.
You want to go Philly?
We'll start with Florida because they were dead last in goals. So that would be a likely destination for him. And we'll have to see if they even want him. If they don't want him, there's no point in trading him there because then you're going to get less for him. Okay, Florida doesn't want him. Then what we had? Carolina, Philly. See, Philly doesn't want him either. Columbus and St. Louis. St. Louis doesn't. So we're down to Columbus and Carolina on what we can.
That really want him.
That really want him and need desperate help on goal scoring. So let's see what we can get. We'll go to Carolina first, see what we can get from him from there. Honestly, I think that's probably one of the most likely destinations for him if Carolina's still in a playoff spot anyway.
Why is that?
Well, because of it's exactly just like in this game right now. They can't score any goals, but they're a relatively good team, and they play a style that kind of fits his play, and they don't really have that two-way guy. I mean, they rely a lot on Sebastian Aho and Toivo Teravainen. All right, let's see who we got here. They really don't have anybody. I mean, we can get Julien Gauthier. Go for picks. Could go Steve's route, try and get Dougie Hamilton. It pretty much all their young forwards are already playing for them. Or we can are you going under 20 or over 20, 21, 22? That they've got a lot of 21, 22-year-old forwards, but nobody who's really jumping off the page. We'll check out Columbus and see who they've got here. Again,
yeah, I don't know any prospects in Columbus very well, so...
Again, if you guys have any suggestions in the chat, let us know. Hit us up and who you think we should trade Silverberg for, because there's not... I mean, we could go for Abramov in Columbus, 5'9", third round pick. He's a sniper, left winger, if we can bring him in. Oliver Bjorkstrand he's 23 though. You don't get much younger with that.
Let's see. So Abramov.
Yeah, Abramov was up here. I mean, we could go for Abramov. If Silph gets traded, where do you think he ends up? Probably, like I said, Carolina I think is one. Who was it today? I think either Drager or McKenzie was talking about Boston being interested in Wayne Simmons and said if that didn't work out, Silfverberg could be an option for Boston. So, I mean, it's going to be a team that needs goal scoring, but is kind of looking for that extra defensive edge. And I think he would fit perfectly in Boston. I think he'd fit perfectly in Carolina. There's a lot of teams he would work with if they're going to use him on the third or second line. I don't think he is going to come in and be anybody's top line choice, but I think he's a solid option for somebody on their second or third line. And I don't know what he's going to really get. Maybe a late first, early second if you're going for picks or you know, like a B-rated prospect. But at this point, anything you get for him, I think is better than re-signing him.
Yeah, I don't think you can re-sign him at this point. We talked about this yesterday, so and we can get more into this on our post-game show tonight for sure. But
yeah,
I mean, you have to trade Silfverberg at this point. There's really no benefit in keeping him at his age and what he's going to command.
Okay, well let's look at what we have first. We haven't even looked at what we have prospect wise and see what we need. Like obviously Steele is pretty much almost ready. He's an 80. He could actually be playing with us right now. Lindstrom, Terry, all ready next year. Morant. Okay, we definitely don't need a center. I think that was kind of obvious.
Yeah, they need wingers.
Well, probably left. I think we got Comtois, Raquel, Jones, Kapaka. I mean, I guess a righty, but if we got Sprong. I mean, if you're getting rid of Silfverberg, maybe bring in a righty, but you can always play somebody off on their offside. Targo says Boston would be nice. Do you want to try and get Abramov? Bring him in?
I mean, he's not really lighting it up this year, you know what I mean? So
what does he have? Oh, yeah.
I think he's got 13 points in 36 games. He's not killing it. And I'm looking at real life stats here. So.
You know, he's pretty close in the game. He's got 19 points in 38 games. So he's not far off off that. Like Bjorkstrand possibly, but if you're going for a 1-for-1, I mean, he's 23. That's not horrible. Possibly could go for him. But if you're looking to get a lot younger, because I
don't mind 23 if he can produce right out the gate, right? I mean, that's okay.
He's got 3 years left on a $2.5 million contract. That seems like a typical Bob Murray type of guy to go after and get. Is a guy who's
is there anyone we can fleece off of Edmonton? I mean, that's always the Chiarelli.
You want to trade? They don't even want him, which is surprising. I mean, we could have tried to pull off Jesse Puljujarvi for Silfverberg, but unfortunately, Jesse Puljujarvi in this game has just insane trade value, so that's not happening. All right, let's try and get Oliver Bjorkstrand because we've been sitting here trying to trade Silfverberg for a couple minutes now. I mean, it looks pretty close. Like, are we going hockey deal, 1-for-1?
Oh, I mean, I don't mind sweetening the pot. If you want to trade a defenseman along here to get more, I'd be okay with that.
You get more, a pick or something from Columbus too?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, who are we getting rid of then? Just a prospect, throwing a defenseman here. What we've got? Well, I don't think we're trading Manson, Lindholm, Fowler, Montour at this point. That's like an off-season move. I mean, we could throw in Andre Suster because he's been buried with San Diego.
Yeah, might as well. He's slow, lumbering.
Oh, okay, they have too many forwards. We got to send a forward back in this one.
That's fine.
We'll just take a fourth liner or something. Is this John Scott? Or no, wait, is it John Scott? No, he's gone. Justin Scott. Speaking of this guy's last name, let's try Daniel Czar. Try and throw in a 3rd-round pick here and get Bjorkstrand in a 3rd for Silfverberg and Suster. We'll see if they take it down. Yep, we're good. All right, Silfverberg is now a Columbus Blue Jacket. Oliver Bjorkstrand's newest member of the Anaheim Ducks. Let's go add him in to the lineup here. See where he sits in. We still got to scratch Perry, right? We can't bring him in right now. He's technically still injured.
Yeah, no, we got to keep it real. Once we get to March, they said March 1st, so then you can bring him back.
Oh, Bjorkstrand's already in. I mean, Steele is almost like basically ready to be called up, and I think we're going to leave him down there for now. Doesn't really fit in. Patrick Eaves has to stay out of the lineup too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ryan Kessler is still here.
I mean, should we look into him like being bought out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm buying him out. That's a foregone conclusion that's happening. Are we? All right, big question. Scratching Pontus Aberg? You going with Randy Carlisle, or are you scratching Brian Gibbons?
Oh, I'm scratching Brian Gibbons.
All right. All right, so set up right now, we got Raquel Getzlaff, Sprong, Kasha, Henrique, Ritchie, Shore, Kessler, Bjorkstrand, Aberg, Rowney, Sherwood. Is how we're
I'm okay with that.
How we're going now. Hopefully Bjorkstrand comes in. I don't think we really need to make any more moves right now. Unfortunately, this team could actually do pretty well. I think Gibson's not done too bad. He's got 919 save percentage.
That's pretty bad, actually.
919? That's not bad.
I mean, compared to what he's used to doing.
What's he doing? What's he doing right now?
He's had a bad stretch.
Yeah.
That guy's had a bad stretch.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Well, let's see. Let's check what he's at right now. I'm actually curious because he's actually at 919 right now. So look at that. Worked out perfect. His goals against average is a bit better in this game, so hasn't been as bad. All right, are we good for trades now?
Yeah, if we're not burning it down, we have to be good for trades right now. If we're not burning it down.
Well, how far are we from the trade deadline? Let's see. We gotta be
February 25th.
All right. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 17 games until the trade deadline. Holy crap! It is actually that many games until the trade deadline.
It's a long way to go, man.
All right, let's go a week. See how this team does. We got a matchup with Detroit. Detroit in this game is even worse than they are in real life right now. They're 16, 27, and 4, which is actually kind of close to what they are, but it's not as bad. All right, let's see. We're gonna go into a sim against Detroit and see how bad this gets. All right, Nick Ritchie gets the goal, up 1-0 after the first. Shots are 17-9 against Detroit in the first period. Nick Ritchie with the goal. All right, Adam Henrique adds one. Shots are 29-15 after 2 periods, and Adam Henrique up 2-0. If it goes this way tonight, that'd be nice, but we know that's not gonna happen. And
all right, we never know.
Josh Manson finishes off. John Gibson gets the shutout. Ducks win 3-0. Break the 12-game losing streak. That's how it thinks it's going. If we were running the team, as you can see, my general manager name is not BMGM. We're going a completely different direction here. All right, I'm just gonna sim this through calendar and see how far we get. I'm gonna sim to the end of the week. Did you see where Devon Shore is gonna be playing tonight?
Nah, dude, I've been working from home. I didn't even see it on Twitter. What was it?
He's playing with Carter Rowney and Daniel Sprong tonight.
Oh Lord.
All right, so we have no Jack Hughes because EA doesn't own the rights to the USHL, so he's not in this game. So I guess we're playing Crappo for Kappo, hopefully.
Oh, how hilarious! He's not even in the game.
They don't have the rights to the USHL, so he's not in the game. None of the USHL players are, or National Development Team players.
That's amazing.
All right, 5-game stretch. Beat Detroit 3-0. Lost to Minnesota 3-2 in a shootout. Lost 4-1 to New Jersey. Lost 1-0 to the Islanders, and then beat the St. Louis Blues 2-1. Sitting at 21, 20, and 10 on January 26th. Not
a bad stretch, except for that Jersey game. That's pretty bad.
2-2-1 over those 5 games, and we'll go here. We got Winnipeg, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, and Philadelphia coming up. I think these are all road games. So this is a road trip that lasts until. So this is a 5-game road trip. So we'll sim up to Philadelphia and see how that goes. Yeah. Oh, this is the bye week going into the All-Star week too. The ever so convenient what? That's gonna be a really boring week for us. I guess we're just gonna be streaming a lot.
Yeah, they'll have to play some NHL
because it's how many games? It's 9 days off for the Ducks. With no games, no podcasts. We'll have to do something. We'll figure it out. I mean, maybe we'll just stream on here. All right, Josh Manson sprained ankle. He's out until February 12th.
Let's edit those lines manually.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, who are we bringing up then? Are we bringing up Luke Shen? Josh Mahura? Let's see, who do we got? All right. Got Luke Shen, Andy Walensky, Holzer's hurt, Jacob Magna, Josh Mahura.
I'm bringing up Walensky.
All right, Walensky's coming up. Who's he playing with?
Oh, he's on the bottom pair, right?
So what? Promoting Jakob Larson?
Yeah, and this is kind of what we're going to be dealing with, right?
Or we can just bring Corey Perry back into the mix and throw him on defense. Alright, set the goals lines. The goals are looking pretty sweet. I gotta be honest here. They got a center trio of Steele, Lindstrom, and Terry because for some reason NHL has Terry at center instead of right wing. Which makes no sense. I think their record's actually pretty good too. After this set of games, we should check up on Bjorkstrand, see how he's doing. See if he was worth it. And take an update on Jakob Silfverberg and see if he's actually done anything too.
Yeah, compare the two.
Nick Ritchie's out till February 11th.
He's hurt?
Yeah. Guess who draws back in? Brian Gibbons. Oliver Bjorkstrand's getting the promotion. Pontus Aberg's going to go up to the 3rd line. Brian Gibbons is going to come in and take those duties on the 4th line. Everybody loves Brian Gibbons. Especially as of late because he scored a goal. See, I would love to see this line. This is never going to happen. That trade's never actually going to happen. But Henrique, Kashin, and Oliver Bjorkstrand.
Oh, yeah.
Or should we just bump Bjorkstrand up with Getzlaff and Raquel? Play Sprong down with Henrique and Kasha.
Let's give that a whirl. Why not?
Yeah, okay. Holzer's back. That makes all the difference in the world. Where is Kevin Waugh?
He's injured.
But he's like, I've heard nothing on this guy all year.
I think that was asked. I think someone asked Elliot Tiefert about that.
Yeah, probably because he had his AMA yesterday. All right, Josh Manson's back, so see ya, Andy Walensky. You can go back down. Or should we wait? Jake Dotchin or Andy Walensky? Who would you rather see at this point?
Walensky, not Dotchin.
Right,
no,
Dotchin's,
I want a skater.
Dotchin's going back down. I think he goes on waivers. Nobody claimed him, of course. Sorry, Jake Dotchin. It's just how it works. I forgot to even address this. Are we putting Josh Manson with Hampus Lindholm?
Oh, yes, 100%.
I've had him playing with Brendan Montour all season just to keep the realism as close as possible. But if we've fired Randy, then we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, I think we fired Randy.
Fired Randy, and look at this. Beat Winnipeg, beat Toronto, lose to Montreal, beat Ottawa. Somehow we're going to scrape into the playoffs, and we're trying to get a good pick here. Alright, time to check in on Oliver Bjorkstrand, see how he's doing. See if he's actually putting up some points. Alright, with us. I don't know if we can filter this out with us.
No, we should have honestly looked at it before we traded him.
Oh, no, I can. Yeah, I know where to go. He's been playing most of his time on the third line with Kessler, so let's keep that in mind. There he is. Oh, it does. It actually goes full. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. All right, well, let's go from here on out. So Bjorkstrand immediately is our fourth leading scorer. He's got 30 and 54. And who did we trade?
Silverberg.
Silverberg has got 24 and 54. I don't think he's done anything for them at all. Because when he left, he was sitting around like 20 points, and he's done nothing.
To see what happens here down the stretch as we get closer to the trade deadline, man.
All right. Anybody watching right now, if when we get close to the trade deadline, if anybody wants us to try and trade, let us know. We'll move somebody out. Going for that full rebuild, depending on how close we are to the playoffs. I'm just going to sim right up to the trade deadline. 3-0 win against Philadelphia. Troy Terry's out with a concussion. Not calling him up. Not calling him up. Hope that doesn't actually happen. All right, we're going on a winning streak now. Vancouver beat them 4-1. Beat Boston 4-3. Somehow we're turning this around. Okay, here we go. Detroit offered us this trade. They want Sam Steele for Gustav Nyquist in a fourth round pick.
Ooh.
Gustav Nyquist right now. 1 year left on a $4.7 million deal. He's an 84 overall. He's 29.
I don't take that deal.
I don't think so. Yeah, Sam Steele, 21. Right now, it's the Gulls. He has 37 points in 49 games. 14 power play points with the Gulls. So that's I think that's a hard pass on that one. See if
yeah, I'm not trading their future for a guy who's 30. Unless I was in a playoff spot and that was like an elite sniper.
They came back with a very similar offer, but they just changed that fourth round pick to a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh in the same year. Very realistic. That's not happening.
No, we're declining that one too.
2 games leading up to deadline. Troy Terry's back already. What a champion.
We're losing. We lost 2 in a row.
3 in a row. And there we go. Troy Terry back out with the concussion. 4 in a row. Play this last game before the deadline. I'm thinking we're going to trade some people. We'll see how far out of the playoffs we are, but at this point, it's not looking too good.
Are we on the trade deadline still, right?
We will be, yeah. I'm going to sim this last game, and then we're going to be on the trade deadline.
Are you sure simming it's not going to get us through the deadline?
Shouldn't get us, no. Just sim the day of. Alright. Daniel Sprong out to March 10th. We got to replace him now. And what is this? What time was Perry supposed to come back?
He's back now, if we're back in March, right?
Well, not yet. But I think we're near the end of February 25th. So we'll bring Richie back in, and then we'll put Perry in a bit. All right, we're at the deadline. Anybody, we got like 9 people in the stream right now. So if you guys are watching, if you want to interact with us and tell us who you want to trade, how you want to rebuild the team, just got to create an account, and then you can send some messages in the chat and let us know. All right, let's see. How far out of the playoffs are we right now? I'm thinking it's not that good, but let's see. So Calgary's holding the final wild card. We're 5 points out of a playoff spot. If Calgary wins their next game, 7, with 19 games to go. Not the best place to be.
No, but hey, I mean, the goal is not to make the playoffs, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. So then, what do we trade? Are we trading guys away at the deadline? Are we making moves?
I mean, I think so. I think you have to.
Because let's check. Because I didn't think Sam Steele and Troy Terry were going to be this close to being ready, but they have apparently been killing it this year. So Sam Steele's already an 80. I mean, if we called him up right now, he'd be our 3rd best center, other than Ryan Kessler.
All right, so yeah, we're buying Kessler out this summer.
Yeah,
right?
that's happening. That's happening for
sure.
Isaac Lindstrom is with San Diego having a good year too. He'd come up and he'd be a 4th line center right now, but I think we're gonna leave him down there. Troy Terry's out with a concussion. Antoine Morin having look at the year Antoine Morin's having down in junior. He won't be ready next year, but he'll be ready in a couple years.
That's a good year, man.
Devon Shore having a better year than Andrew Cogliano, at least. Actually, I gotta see now because we put them on from the start of the season. All right, let's check this out. It's close. Cogliano 8 goals, 15 assists.
I think Shore has 7 goals, 17 assists, doesn't he?
Oh, 11 goals and 13 assists. So pretty much similar. Shore's played 6 more games than Cogliano, though. +8, though. +8 somehow. Playing 15 minutes a night on the 3rd line. He must be on our penalty kill. Because there's no way.
Yeah, that's one of his specialties. He kills penalties, so.
He gets along with John Gibson, Jakob Larson, and Ryan Miller. And, no. With Brandon Montour as his best buddy, apparently. So, all right. Let's go through the list of some of the older guys. Some of the guys that have been rumored to get traded. Not trading Getzlaf. We're keeping him, right? We should probably bring Corey Perry in before he gets even more pissed off at this point. Because he's been sitting. He's been sitting for the entire year. All right, first big one. Adam Henrique. Keeping him around. Trading him.
His trade value is all right, but I think he's a good 2nd-line center, and you have Steele next year. We're going to buy out Kessler. I think you have to keep Adam Henrique for now.
I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we would have probably considered trading Cogliano if he hadn't already got traded. Nick Ritchie, probably going to keep him. No point in that. Maxime Comtois will probably actually be here next year. He's in junior.
Oh, in the new game?
No, just here. He'll be here next year. He's here.
Oh, yeah, he's on the game.
He'll just be here. He's in junior right now. Everybody else is a rookie. Silverberg's already been traded. Andre Kach's staying. Patrick Eves. I don't think we're going to buy him out, but he hasn't played all year.
He's not going to play.
There's literally no point in trading Pontus Aberg because his trade value is just so low that you're not going to get anything for him. We can get a 4th round pick. So I guess it comes to defense. Are we trading one of these guys? Obviously not Hampus Lindholm.
Yeah, Lindy's got. Look at that. Look at that, man. That trade value for Lindholm. People crap on that guy. I don't know. I know EA's not the end all be all of scouting, but he's widely regarded as one of the best defenders on the Ducks. So.
Well, I mean, at least his time on ice per game is accurate. 26 minutes a night, over 26 minutes a night. That's about right. I mean, I'm down to move Josh Manson. Try and get why is Cam Fowler's value so low?
That's rough. And he's considered elite.
Look at this contract, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness.
That's why.
That's what we have to look forward to.
8 more years. He'll be 35 years old.
God damn. All right, let's move Josh Manson. Let's see what we can get for him. Call up somebody. I mean, that's pretty much it. Who could really use Josh Manson? Like, right now in the league? Probably Toronto. New Jersey, maybe. Pittsburgh, we already made a deal with Pittsburgh. I think Toronto. I think Toronto could use him the most out of everybody. I mean,
he would fit in well in Philly.
Does Philly even want him? Philly doesn't want anything from us, man. They're not interested in it at all. All right, teams that make sense that want him. Let's see. Dallas, but that I'm not gonna go down that road because that's already happened with Cogliano and Shore. Florida, New Jersey, or Toronto. We'll go with those three.
Let's see if we can sneak away from Florida. Florida has some decent players.
They're actually looking to trade some of their prospects, so this might work.
We're gonna make people mad for trading Manson here.
Hey man, we gotta do what we gotta do. We're not BMGM. We gotta. Holy Alexi Haponiemi, goodness. That's looking to trade this guy. There's no way we get him. They apparently picked up Wayne Simmons, so they're going all in. Which actually, honestly, I could see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. He's a rental.
This guy's 6'5", 205 at 18. Pick up him, big body guy.
That's a grown man. Yeah.
Jeez, Owen Tippett being undervalued. Okay, let's go with. I think we'll go with Florida because they're looking to get rid of some good prospects up front. We can go with this guy, but he has size. I don't know. It takes a special player nowadays to be 6'5" and 205 and then come into the league and play well.
Yeah,
he's not fast.
No, it does.
I mean, that's Florida. Who else did we say? New Jersey.
They're not trading Heponiemi at all. There's no way.
Florida, yeah, there's no way. New Jersey doesn't really have anybody super interesting.
Unless you want to trade for Taylor Hall.
Well, what are we going to give him, Hampus Lindholm? That's not happening. Another 1-for-1. Get Kasperi Kapanen from Toronto. Don't think that really fits. I think we need to go for a prospect, a guy who's not yet up here.
I mean, I don't know, man. Kapanen's pretty good.
Yeah, but we don't fit him right now. I mean, we got Sprong, we picked up Bjorkstrand, we've got Kasha. You bring in Kapanen. One of those guys goes on the fourth line.
Edmonton wants nothing to do with Manson, huh?
No, they want him. Let's see. Get Yamamoto. That wouldn't be bad. He's the guy I wanted when the Ducks were in for drafting him. If we're looking for speed, I mean, this guy right here has got loads of it. Johnny Gaudreau type player. All right, let's
We could go with Yamamoto.
Let's try and get Yamamoto. I think we might actually be able to pull something else out of this too. As much as I hate to trade Josh Manson to the Oilers, I think that's. And we're going from either picking a guy who is 6'5", 205, to picking a guy who's 5'8", 154. Welcome to the modern day NHL. Let's see if we can sneak a 3rd round pick from the Oilers too. Alright, they're not having that whatsoever. This might have to be 1-for-1. Right now I'm just looking to get anything. Maybe we get a 4th round pick next year. Alright, we actually might have to add to this. Let's try 1-for-1. Okay, that worked. Boom. Alright, Josh Manson, no more. Tyler Yamamoto, new Anaheim Duck.
Literally saved almost $4 million off the cap.
That's why we're not BMGM. We might as well welcome Corey Perry back to the team at this point.
Yeah, that's our big move.
Patrick
This is
Eves.
a rebuild.
Patrick Eves, sorry.
This is a rebuild, everybody.
It's a retool, not a rebuild. Rebuild's an ugly term. Corey Perry coming back. Jakob Larson gets a nice promotion. Apparently this game wants to play Devon Shore on defense, so I don't think that's going to happen. We'll scratch Brian Gibbons. Actually, we need to call up a defenseman. We'll just try and get to the draft for today, and then we'll see how it goes, because we still got the game later today and the podcast tonight, too.
Yeah, we got a lot to do. We're hitting almost an hour here.
All right, who are we calling up? Dotchin or Mahura?
Oh, Mahura, always.
All right, Mahura's a 72. We'll call him up, though. Give him a shot. Dude, Yamamoto jumps onto the first line with Steele in the minors. Not bad there.
No.
Richie, Kessler, and Devon Shore. God damn. What a horrible third line. Alright, well, that's our big foray into the trade deadline. We'll see how this season finishes out. Honestly, with John Gibson, we'll probably finish just outside the playoffs. What do we got?
Well, we could force the tank and bench Gibby.
Yeah, but we're never going to bench Gibby. No. We'll leave him. We'll leave him, see how it goes. I mean, they're on a 5-game losing streak right now without him. Somehow losing Josh Manson is going to help us. Jakob Larson out to mid-March with a pulled groin. That means our defense is going to be... It's going to be... Bottom half of our defense is Josh Mahura, Jake Dotchin, and Andy Walensky. and they're still winning games. 3-game winning streak. Don't know how it's possible. This team is going to squeak into the playoffs. Oh, now Jake Dotchin's hurt, too. I don't even know who's playing defense for us right now. Probably Patrick Eves.
Oh, they're going to put Devon Shore on defense.
All right, Daniel Sprong's back in the lineup. I think they actually did that. I think Devon Shore is on defense. Oh, no, Patrick Eves is playing defense right now. Solid work, EA. Patrick Eves is playing defense. No, we're just gonna leave him there. I don't even want to try.
We got rid of Manson. That was Lindholm's boy, man.
No, it's been Cam Fowler's boy this year.
Yeah.
Nobody else is. I don't know why they don't go back to that. Honestly, makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Not having Lindy and Manson together.
Yeah, I don't quite get it, but I guess we're playing.
That's our Ducks.
That's how it goes. All right, let's get quickly through. Oh my God, everybody's injured. At least that's realistic, right?
Yeah, of course.
Josh Maher is out with concussion. I'm just going to go best lines the rest of the way throughout just so we can get to... Oh, boy, here we go. That's the big one. You want to embrace the tank? This is how you embrace the tank.
There?
Gibson's out with a sprained wrist until April 8th. That's the rest of the season.
You have to embrace the tank.
Or Ryan Miller can carry us to the playoffs. Who knows? I don't even think... Oh, God. Brandon Montour's out with a concussion until after the season.
We're toast.
All right, we're hoping we can play Crappo for Kappo and pick him up here. Hopefully. No Jack Hughes, so we're just going to assume this American named Harry Neal is Jack Hughes. So, because he's the #1 pick in this draft, we'll just go with that.
It probably is. They probably did that on purpose.
I don't even think we're going to finish bad enough to get in Jack Hughes' range. Maybe 3 straight losses without scoring a goal. That sounds typical. Jeez, imagine how much a riot would be like that if you lost to Winnipeg, LA, and San Jose 3-0, 4-0, 3-0.
Hey, Larson's injured again.
5-1 loss to Vancouver. All right, so yeah, the tank's actually fully on right now. 4-1. Oh, 2 goals in the last 5 games. Jacob Larson's back. Shootout loss to the Oilers. I mean, we're not going to finish dead last. We definitely missed the playoffs. Which, I mean, we kind of hope. John Gibson came back, played 1 game, and got injured with the sprained wrist again. Now he's out to the end of April.
Oh, man.
At least the goals played well. We finished the season on a 8-game losing streak.
Holy hell.
10 of the last 12.
Let's see how our statistics did for our new players.
Getzlaff leading the way in points. He had 20 goals, which is something I don't know if he's ever going to do again. Ricard Raquel having... Is that a career year for him? 64 points? No, it's not. 69 was last year. That would be a nice season for Ricard Raquel if he actually was able to get that. Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Didn't hit 30. Adam Henrique. Oliver Bjorkstrand had a decent year coming over. If Daniel Sprong could put together this type of season, that wouldn't be that bad. 40 points in 69 games.
No, Kasha kind of a down year for him playing all 82.
Yeah, Kasha, they don't rate Kasha pretty high on this. Kessler having a down year. Kiefer Sherwood not playing too bad. Corey Perry comes back. If you saw this type of production from Corey Perry when he came back, I think people would still be upset. 19 games, 4 goals, 6 assists. It's not great. But typical, like that would be a season-long trend for Corey Perry. That's on pace for like 42 points, a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. Pontus Aberg, Larson, Patrick Eves played 17 games, had 2 goals.
Probably on defense.
John Gibson actually had pretty decent numbers. This is probably what his season could honestly look like. Finishing with decent numbers, but only having 27 wins in 62 games.
Yeah.
Chad Johnson not having a good year. Ryan Miller not having a good year. Let's go check up on...
Our standings, no?
Yeah, Silverberg, I want to check up on him. And I want to check up on Josh Manson, too. So Silverberg did not do anything with Columbus. So that worked out. And Josh Manson, I mean, I'm not looking at points. Did they trade him? They traded him. I don't know where they put him, but they traded him. They traded him somewhere.
You'd have to search the players.
Can't do it, but that's an interesting move for Edmonton. Arizona. This would be great for you, your predictions. Arizona finished top in the Pacific Division. A little bit of a long shot now. Calgary missed out. Yeah, we had 80 points, and Vegas had 60. Edmonton had 63. So, a couple teams lower than us. Colorado only had 60. So that's 6 teams lower than us. So 7 teams. So we're 8th last in the league. Not the best shot at getting the draft lottery win. But we'll go to the draft. We'll do the draft, and then we'll end it there. And we'll see who we can get. Hopefully we win the draft lottery and are able to get Crappo For Kappo. Maybe we trade up, because Kappo is supposed to go like third. We can trade up from 8 to 3, right?
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can. Let's see if this is even possible. This is all BS anyway. We're just having fun. So let's see.
That's not a far jump. We can do that. See if the Gulls can actually win. They made the playoffs. They killed it. I'm not going to go through their whole thing. We'll just see if they win. Brandon Montour just got back from injury. So did Josh Mahura. Probably should have sent Josh Mahura back down, but I don't care enough. John Gibson's back. You think if, I mean, John Gibson's Vezina chances are pretty much done. If he just doesn't get the wins, like he's not going to get the wins to help him out, right? And they value wins a lot higher than anything else. I mean, he's getting the media support this year, but I don't think it's really going to matter.
No, I don't think it's going to matter either. He's going to get overlooked again.
All right, so Crappo For Kappo slotted to go third. I'm going to try and trade up there. If we don't, wouldn't mind trading up to get Kirby Dach, maybe Dylan Cozens. Right now, we're picking around 8, so we're looking at like Krebs, Vukojevic, I guess, and Dylan Cozens is what we're looking at. But I think the goal is getting up to get Kakko and getting another Finnish right winger. That would be tough for him to come there. That would be tough for him to come here. A lot of pressure, right? Finnish right winger,
yeah.
Elite level prospect. When you look at in the rafters and Timo Solani's numbers are up there. Well, Silfverberg won the cup with Columbus, so that's a bit of a slap in the face. That's a little bit harsh. I don't know if I'm happy for him. The Gulls didn't win the Calder Cup. I don't know if they made it to the finals, but they didn't win. I'll check when we get to the draft to see how far they went. Check up and see how some of them did in the playoffs. So we actually fell further down. We had 8th. We finished 9th. Detroit got the first pick. So we got to try and trade with Vegas to get up to 3, which might be hard. So
I mean, Detroit. Wait, I mean, if you want to mess around, Detroit had. Let's see, it was 1, 2, 3.
Trading for the top pick is almost impossible in this game. If you want to go and try and get Harry Neal, who had just an unbelievable season with whatever team he played for in the U.S.
Harry Neal. Oh, my God, yeah.
He's a similar style of Patrick Kane. Yeah, Nikolai Kostitsyn compared to Victor Hedman. Crappo For Kappo compared to Patrick Kane as well. And then it kind of goes down. We didn't even scout this guy. And then there's guys in our range. Eric Stahl comparison for Kirby Dach. If you want to replace Ryan Getzlaf with like another guy like Ryan Getzlaf, this is the guy. Power forward, 6'3", Dylan Cozens. No similar style. Nothing for this guy. Nothing for him. He's a bit smaller. And then these are outside our top picks.
Well, didn't Detroit really wanted Sam Steele?
You want to trade? I mean, we can't get that first pick. It won't. It literally will not let us get that first pick. It's almost impossible.
Really?
We can try, but every time I've tried to trade for a top pick in this game, it's impossible. You need to like trade everything, like 3 first-round picks. Sam Steele doesn't have enough trade value, even if we threw in our own first-round pick there. All right, let's quickly check up on how San Diego did in the playoffs. No, they only went 10 games in, so they didn't go that far. All right, let's get in. Are we trying to get the first pick? Try it at least.
Let's just try to get. Let's try to get the 3rd round pick so we can get him.
The 3rd overall. Okay, let's try and get Crappo For Kappo. So trade with Vegas. So we'll throw our first in there, which, oh god, it has like no trade value to it whatsoever. Alright. Don't have a lot of assets to really trade. We might have to trade one of Comtois, Lindstrom, Steele, Antoine Morin. Let's throw in Antoine Morin because the other guys are ready. Antoine Morin's a couple years out. We'll throw him in there if you want to do that.
Yeah.
So we got our first Antoine Morin. We got to throw something else in there. If only we could throw in Ryan Kessler. We could throw in Antoine Morin, Jack Kapaka, and our 9th overall pick.
See what happens.
See if we can get up there. They're not having it. They're not having it at all. They're not. We might have to throw in another pick. I don't know if I want to give up that many players.
You'd have to give them like a name. You know what I mean? You would have to trade like a Steele or a Comtois, which we don't want to trade Comtois.
Really, no, just to move up from, like, we're giving them the 9th, and then we're just supplementing the 9th. I don't think you'd have to give a Steele plus the 9th to move up to 3. Plus, Steele has about as much trade value as Antoine Morin, just slightly more. I mean, if he had a lot more, we could throw it in there, but the game doesn't take into account, I don't think, the name.
Well, give them NHL level talent. That's what they're gonna want.
All right. Well, you know, let's.
What have you traded, Adam Henrique?
Adam Henrique. All right. We'll go on full. So we'll go Adam Henrique. And who would you rather keep out of Kapaka and Morin?
Morin.
Morin. Okay. Well, wait. Hold on. Because we've got at center, we still have Getzlaf. And we've got Lindstrom and Steele. If we keep Morin, he's not going to really find a place unless we throw him to the wing.
True.
And I think at left wing, we've only got Comtois, Jones, and Richie coming up. And then Raquel.
And Kopaka's going to play wing, right?
Yeah, he's going to play left or right. All right, let's try Henrique. That's a lot to move up to 3, but I mean, we get Kakko. Are we trying to get something back, or are we just going with that?
Let's just go with that.
Oh, man, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not budging. We might have to. Detroit's 28 seconds out from making their first-round pick. I don't think I'm much more comfortable throwing too much in. I think maybe we throw in like a 3rd from next year and see if they do it, and if it pushes them over the edge. Other than that,
I would go even a second. I would even say even a second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because this is the round you need to get guys that.
All right.
Or this is the year that we know these guys are coming in are going to be really good.
All right. So New Jersey's about to make their pick, so we're 1 pick away. So we got our 9th overall, Morin, Henrique, and a 2nd-round pick, trying to get the 3rd-round pick to get Crappo For Kappo.
Let's see what happens. They're going to deny it.
Value on the table is too far off. Yeah, they're not doing this. At this point, like, it's just the trades are getting ridiculous. I don't think they're going to do it.
We probably have a better chance of picking the player off their team in a trade than we do getting their pick.
Maybe. We can try it after. We'll see. See who we can get.
Detroit picked Harry Neal.
Of course, yeah. It'll go somewhat in. I mean, right now, we're looking at getting Krebs or McKay. Someone like that. Let's see. Let's see if there's any gems in this draft. Anybody we... All right. So, if we get this guy, Jimmy Quirk, if we get him, make sure we can get him. He's supposed to be a franchise goalie. We could trade him for Crappo For Kappo.
Let's try it.
Or we could keep him and eventually keep him over John Gibson, because he's a franchise goalie, which means he'll be like a 95 when he's done. We'll try and get him. That's going to be tough. We'll see what we're going to do. But let's let's pick another guy. So,
is it our pick or no?
No, it's a couple way. I'm trying to see if we should trade up. I'm thinking we should try and go get a center. If we're getting Kaapo Kakko is going to play in the wing, and eventually Ryan Getzlaf's going to be gone, we need to bring in another guy if Sam Steele isn't going to be that guy. I think we should try and move up to 6 and grab this guy.
Let's try it.
See if we can get him. Damn, look at Colorado because of Ottawa. God damn. Alright, we're moving with the Oilers. We gave the Oilers Josh Manson, then they traded him, and they finished lower than we did. Good job, guys. Alright, we'll give them well, if we're grabbing a center, we'll give them our 9th and Antoine Morin, and we'll see if we can move up to 6. God damn. They're not having it.
We're going to be stuck with our pick.
We might be. We got 3/3. I didn't realize that. Alright, I guess we'll go to 2nd from next year, and we're probably stuck with our pick, I think, here. Yeah, we're stuck with our pick. We're going to have to go with whoever they get. So New Jersey takes Kostitsyn. Vegas is going to take Kappo. We're going to have to try and trade for Kaapo Kakko after. Colorado gets Byram, Broberg. Edmonton gets Dak. Cousins to the Rangers. Krebs to Boston, and that's us. All right.
Did you want to try to get that goaltender?
We will. Yeah, I'm gonna trade up in the 2nd and grab him because he's way down. He's ranked 39th right now. So he's gonna go around 39. So if we trade till about 35 or something, we can go get him. But right now, we got to make a pick here. So we have a defenseman, a left wing, a right wing, or a center that we can grab at 9.
Well, what's the gem or bust? We should see the gem or bust to pick. Should we go for one of those guys or no?
I don't think this early, because just because they're like a gem, it means they're worth more, like a higher position than where they're gonna get drafted. So, like, this guy is going to get drafted around 39, but he probably should get drafted higher because he's a gem. And he's going to turn out a little bit better than projected. But I think at this early, I mean, we can get that guy farther down. We should try and grab somebody here.
Yeah, go for Vukovic.
All right. I mean, if it's whatever this guy turns out to be, if he turns out to be good, we can either trade him for Kaapo Kakko or we can move him into Cam Fowler's spot eventually and trade Cam Fowler because Cam Fowler's not been good.
Yeah, take him. We need another defenseman. So,
all right, we'll see how he turns out, and then we got to move up in the 2nd. So where are we right now? 8th pick, 31. So we're right where he's supposed to land, but I don't want to risk it. So let's trade up to a little bit earlier in the 2nd. We have a couple extra thirds, and we'll try and get that goalie. So we'll give him our 2nd, and then we'll just give him our lowest 3rd. See if they take that. Yeah, alright, there we go. Alright, let's just sim to that point. Alright, he didn't go, so he should still be there. Alright, here he is. So Jimmy Quirk, supposed to be a franchise goalie. I don't know how with those stats.
The next John Quick.
Yeah, Jimmy Quirk is like Johnny Quick. He's just the complete opposite. But he finished wherever he played in the U.S. last year, finished with an .898 save percentage and a .321 goals against average. But somehow had 36 wins in 63 games played. Either way, we're going to draft him here. Probably use him to trade for Kaapo Kakko. Let's quickly finish through here.
Once we get Kakko, then we can go to the off season tomorrow night.
Yeah, probably need some forwards now. All of the gems are gone at this point, so We grabbed a defenseman, a goalie. Let's go with this guy, Caden Ash. We don't really know anything about him, but he's the only center who's actually ranked any bit high right now, so we'll go with him. Hope that he's actually somewhat good. All right. What do we go here? Winger, defenseman. Don't need a goalie, really.
I think we need more defensemen in the pipeline, don't you?
All right, well, we got a couple Swedes, both left-handed. One, Willie Hedquist and Philip Pilo.
Let's whoever. Let's see whoever has better skating ability. Can we see that or no?
For these guys, we might not be able to because our scouts didn't go catch them. Yeah, we don't really know. Well, wait, hold on. They're both 19. They're actually really similar. Both 19 shoot left, 163, 162, and they're both around 180, 170 in weight.
Let's go with him.
Pilo? All right, let's go.
Yeah.
He's ranked the highest. We might as well go with him. Do we have another third? I think we have another. Ottawa wants to trade us a fourth for their fourth and a seventh. I mean, we might as well get more picks at this point. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ottawa really wants some guy in the fourth. I think that was a fourth for next year, but either way. Pekka Yolonen. Lots of Swedes. Another goalie, a Russian goalie.
How many picks we got left?
2. No, I'm going with my boy from the Wolves, David Levin. Here we go. Gotta go with him. He's still available.
He's a sniper.
I think he's like AHL projected in this game, but maybe he'll turn out to be something. Couple guys down here. I don't think we really have a right wing yet, do we?
No, it's kind of late in the draft to grab one, but whatever.
I mean, this guy's a sniper. We can go for this guy. He's only 17, so he's fairly young, too. Some of these guys we've been drafting are 19 and older. All right, what's it for the draft? Got Vuko. I can't even say his name. So Vukozevic, Quirk, Jimmy Quirk, the Jonathan Quick, complete opposite. Ash Pilo Levin Tomasino.
Let's do it. Let's go get Kakko and see what happens here.
We gotta re-sign these guys real quick before we go to get Kakko. We gotta re-sign players before we can make any trades. All right. I don't think there's any real UFA decisions we have to make at the upcoming offseason, is there?
Nothing
No.
major.
So we got Shen, Gibbons, Street, Carrick, Holzer, Magna, Olsen. Are we bringing any of those guys back? I mean, I might sign Kyle Olsen, but that's it. Because we hadn't signed him to a contract yet. But, like, Shen, Gibbons, if you bring Gibbons back, he's just blocking a roster spot.
Yeah, I would rather not bring those guys back. Anyone over 30, unless they're a really good player, I don't really see the need. I mean, if you want to fill Holzer in on the goals, that's fine.
We got some RFAs. Pontus Aberg. We bringing him back? I don't think so. Maybe in San Diego.
What's he gonna want?
He just wants a two-way from 1 year, 8.75. We might as well give it to him.
Yeah, we'll send him to San Diego. He's a decent replacement player.
I think we can actually just qualify all of these guys because it looks like, I mean, Pontus Aberg was the highest rated, and if he didn't want as much as everybody else, then everybody else isn't going to want that much. So we'll just qualify these guys, have them play in San Diego. San Diego was pretty good last year anyway, so we'll just qualify them. Thompson. This is the guy we got from Columbus. We'll get rid of him. And I think John Gibson's already signed. Ryan Miller. Are we bringing back Ryan Miller or Johnson?
Oh, boy.
I mean, I think Chad Johnson is gone. Like, I think that's safe to say.
We don't need him.
Ryan Miller, let's see what he wants. He wants 1 year at 1.675.
I'd give it to him.
We've got 8.9 in cap space, so let's give it to him. I'm gonna bring that down to like 1.5 a bit. See if we can get him for a bit cheaper. We need some goalies in the pipeline, so we'll sign Lucas Docile. He can go start in San Diego, and then we need to sign Jimmy Quirk. Can't forget to sign him. Gotta sign him, trade him away, and we got some of the prospects that we drafted. So let's sign Benoit Olivier Groux. We'll bring him in, and let's just sign our first-round pick, and then that's it. We'll just go with that. We'll leave these guys till later, because we don't have to sign them right now. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully we can just go quickly and make that trade for Kappo, and then see if Vegas is actually gonna let him go or not. Probably not. Vukovic, Benoit Groux. Our roster's full, so we can't get him. Same with Cal Olsen. Same with Lucas Docile. Alright, well, we'll...
oh, man, they all rejected their offers.
Our team is full. We have to get rid of some guys. We have to just let some of these guys go, and then it will open up spots for them. Because these guys take up roster spots until you release them, so... are we going to bring back Jacob Begna to play in San Diego?
He can play in the goals.
Yeah, we'll bring him back. He's done nothing wrong. Gotta sign our prospects here. We gotta sign Lucas Docile. Never good. Okay. Lucas Docile is projecting to be the backup for us. You saw Corey Prominence had him 9th ranked goalie too, eh?
Yeah, dude, he came up pretty good in the rankings for prospect guys, and I saw that Comtois was on there, Troy Terry was on there.
No, Comtois was left off both.
Or left off, yeah.
Yeah, Troy Terry, Sam Steele, and Lindstrom were in that order on Prominence, and then on Craig Buttons, it was Troy Terry was 5th on Craig Buttons. He was 13th on Prominence, and then Max Jones was the only other one on Craig Buttons. He was 50th. Like
50th.
He was exactly the last guy. And then let me see, where was him? Sam Steele was 22nd, and Isaac Lindstrom was 41st on Prominence. I don't want to say like one is better than the other, but generally I go with Prominence rankings, because I feel like Craig Button's rankings are sometimes they're really there's a lot of recency bias in them on how guys are doing right then. So, all right, let's go try and get Crappo For Kappo here. See if we can get him. Oh, did they not sign him? Or he's just probably not. There he is. We haven't scouted him, so we can't see his potential, but like I'm just gonna assume it's off the charts. All right, who are we trying to throw at them here? Because it's gonna take a lot to get them. We drafted that defenseman. We don't even know what he is.
I thought you wanted to trade the goalie for him.
For sure, yeah. I just I don't know if they'll take it. This guy's a franchise goalie too, so before we do a 1-for-1, we should see if we can get something back for him with Crappo, because I think like franchise generally, like the trade potential gets maxed out, and we have to remember we're now trading a franchise goalie in division, right? Jimmy Quirk will be the goalie in Vegas for the next 10 years. Which is something they desperately need. So let's just go off the deep end right off the bat and throw a first round pick in. I don't think they're gonna accept it, but let's see.
Because I know it looks like they want to get rid of Paul Stastny, right?
I don't want to bring Paul Stastny in. I think like that's a nightmare for us to try and bring in.
Yeah.
A second. All right, let's just try this. Crappo For Kappo, a second for Jimmy Quirk. Damn, they're not doing that. They might not even do this straight up, honestly. All right, they're not doing this. We might not be able to get this done. This might be a trade. This might be a trade we have to make down the road. We might have to add to this. I think it's because they don't know. They haven't scouted this guy. They don't know what he is. Only we scouted him so we can see he's a franchise, but we don't really know what he is. I think we have to wait until he plays a couple games with the Gulls before we can make that trade.
Just to get his stats up, or what?
Yeah, just so that other teams can scout him, and that so we can really see what his trade potential is. Same goes with Crappo For Kappo. Because right now, since there's like a fog of war, I mean, actually, hold on. If we want to make this trade now, I can turn off fog of war really quick, and then we can...
Which lets everyone see everything, or what?
Yeah. Wherever that is, there it is. So we'll turn that off, and then we'll go see what their actual potential and overall is, so that we can actually make this trade. See if we can get Crappo For Kappo. And then it'll be probably a good time to end the stream because it's getting really dark.
Yeah, getting dark in Canada, eh?
Alright, let's see. So Crappo For Kappo, he's a 75 overall off the bat. Elite potential. Where's that defenseman we drafted? I want to see what he is.
Pilo or Pilo?
No, this guy. Vukovic. We drafted him 9th overall. He's a 73. Top 4. Not bad. He can be in our team in a couple years. And then our goalie, Jimmy Quirk, 52 overall franchise. So they might do this now.
He's got just as much trade value as John Gibson.
Yeah.
Of course they deny the trade.
All right, let's just add. We're adding Adam Henrique in. We're going big time.
Do it.
Trying to get I'm gonna see if we can get a second back with it. I don't care if it's Pittsburgh second. Let's just go for it. See if we. All right, good. We're done. Boom. Crappo For Kappo, part of the Ducks. Let's just pretend we drafted him. We'll just assume that we drafted him because Vegas was being stingy.
We did.
Vegas is being stingy.
And we got money off the book.
Just ignore that it says drafted by Vegas. We'll just ignore that. Say we traded Adam Henrique for a second-round pick or something.
Should we buy out Ryan Kessler here too?
Oh, we forgot to do that. Yeah, we have to go buy out Ryan Kessler, and then we'll hit free agency up tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have tons of cap space.
Ryan Kessler. Oh, can we? Do we miss the window to buy him out?
Shoot.
We might have missed the window to buy him out. All right, we'll buy him out next year. We just won't play him. Same thing. Yeah, I think we missed the window to buy him out, but we'll buy him out. We'll buy him out next year. We'll just not play him this year. Soon we bought him out.
Can we put him in the goals?
We can, yeah. We can put him with the goals. Anybody we should go after free agency? Jeff Skinner's available. We got 13 million cap space. Mark Stone's up there. Are we just going full rebuild at this point? Matt Duchene.
If we're doing full rebuild, then we got to go for young guys.
Nobody really young. I mean, all the like RFAs, like Marcus Pettersson is up there. He's an RFA though, and Braden Point's an RFA, but we're not gonna. I'm not doing the compensation for that. The only young guys, the youngest guys in free agency are Mark Stone and Jeff Skinner, but they're 27, and Skinner wants 7 years, and Mark Stone wants 5.
What about Braden Point?
He's an RFA. We'd have to
offer sheet
him, which would not. We'd end up having to give like 3 first-round picks away. Which, if we're rebuilding, I don't think it's
not a viable option.
Not a viable option, yeah. I think we got a lot of young guys we're gonna call up anyway, and then we'll check again tomorrow. We'll check what our roster composition looks like, see if there's anybody we can go after, and we'll go from there. But we did what we set out to do. Crappo For Kappo. Crappo For Kappo is a member of the Ducks. It happened. Took a while. We got it. It went down. Ended up happening.
Easily the most realistic way this could ever happen.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone else tell you differently, everybody.
Definitely the most realistic way. We don't need a backup goalie, do we? Because we signed
Ryan
Miller, so we're good. All right.
We
So
still have Lucas Docile.
yeah, and he'll be good. He'll be our backup after Ryan Miller is no longer with the team. All right, so let's save here, and then we'll end it out. I guess that's it. Anybody who is going to tune in later, we won't be on here, but we'll be doing the podcast after the Detroit Red Wings game, after the Ducks and Detroit Red Wings game. So we'll be doing that, and we'll be streaming a bit more when we can. Obviously, over the Ducks bye week, it's going to be a little bit more. Of course, McCann gets in here at the end and says something. He gets in here at the end of the chat and says something. Have you been here the whole time? I really want to know if he's been here the whole time now. And just felt like saying something.
Hey, we appreciate it no matter what.
Yeah. He's been here, hasn't said anything. Chat's been dead the whole time. Then McCann comes here and says something in the chat. McCann, hit us up with a follow so you can see the Brandon Montour gif. But yeah, we'll be back streaming every now and then over the bye week when there's a lot more time, we'll probably be streaming. Me, Patrick, Jason will be on, and depending on when all of us are available, we'll be on streaming different things. So generally NHL, maybe eventually we'll do some other stuff, but I think the channel is suited more for playing NHL, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see if other people want us to play some other games. We'll venture into that. We're still looking at moving the podcast over here. Not the easiest process because we got a lot of stuff going on YouTube right now, but we're still working on it. We'll figure it out and see how it goes. But
the consideration, if we get enough of you guys that want to come on to Twitch we really like.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch the last few days, because we just set it up, has been pretty good. It hasn't been that bad. We lost you there, but Twitch has been pretty good. A lot more stuff we can do with Twitch than we can do with McCann finally comes through with the follow. And oh, we didn't set it to Randy Carlisle heads. It's our logo that falls in on the follow. It's apparently it's everything else are Randy Carlisle heads. Subscription, donation, bits, hosts, all that stuff. That's all the Randy Carlisle heads fall in the jar. And then our logo falls in on the follow. But we'll be back tonight for everybody who listens to the podcast. We'll be up on YouTube and Spreaker. And if you guys are new to us or to our channel or to just the Twitch stream or whatever, check out us on Twitter. We do a goal prediction contest before the game for the Ducks, and you earn points on a leaderboard. It's called Forever Mighty 3 Stars. If you get the most points at the end of the month, you win a jersey from Cool Hockey. You can see down in our description on Twitch as well that we have a 20% off code if you're looking to buy a jersey from Cool Hockey using the code FM20. So make sure to check that out, and we'll be back with the podcast later tonight.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in on this, and like we said, we'll come back and do this more and stream more, and we'd like to play alongside you or with you, or even against you on 3-on-3s or 6-on-6. So those are always fun. Hit us up on our gamer tags on Xbox. We put those up as well, and we'll talk to you guys soon.